Hey guys, John here with a silver update. Sorry for the croaky voice. I had a big weekend. I'm on the tail end of a flu as well. Steve, who you met in a video or two ago, a few videos ago, got engaged over the weekend. Congratulations, Steve and Ruth. I'm sure you'll be super happy together. But the engagement party hit me for six. I'm not the young buck, and this old decrepit body can't handle what it once could. But I'm alive, barely. And some good news too. Steve is coming to the US with me as well in a sort of a late development. He originally wasn't going to come, but now it turns out with work and everything, stars have aligned and he's coming with me as well. So I'm really happy about that, even though my face must look like hell at the moment, sick and tired, literally. But inside I'm smiling big time. And it's going to be cool. Actually, if you want to stay abreast of what Steve and I are doing, while I'll be doing sort of main updates on this channel and interviews as well, and whatever else I can think to put on the main channel, a lot of videos will be uploaded to my blog channel, which is Stellar Concepts, but with an OZ at the front, so Oz Stellar Concepts. You might want to subscribe to that. There's going to be heaps of sort of behind the scenes or whatever other stuff we get up to over there. Subscribe to that, and it'll be a bit of fun as well. Thank you to also to those people who have sort of offered whatever it is you've offered, be it sort of accommodation or help with getting a hotel or whatever it is. You've offered so many different things. Thank you to everyone. I've tried to respond to you all. If I haven't got to you all, it's only because there's just been so much help. I'm really sort of overwhelmed by all the people who've offered their support, so thank you for that. We will try to organise meetups if we get the time. I really want to try and do that. We'll get the YouTube cam out and do some sort of just social chats like you've seen in this channel in the past. But I don't know when or where yet, haven't got a full itinerary at all. So we're just going to be sort of winging it. But I'll do the vlog updates on here and on my other channel as well. So subscribe to that for the full info on what's happening. Now, talking about silver in this one, a lot of people are complaining that silver isn't performing as good as gold. Whereas the way I see it, we're bloody lucky and you should be counting your lucky stars. If you remember the last time stocks had days like this, it was during the GFC, and silver went from $21 down to $9. So the fact that silver can be holding its ground, I think, is fantastic. And it really does show a shift in mentality. Gold's doing great, obviously. As I talk, it's $5 off its all-time highs. And silver is holding ground and going up as well. Not nearly to the same degree, but it's definitely holding its ground. Now, when the base metals get hit, things like copper, and I mean really hit, like they are, and when stocks get hit so much, silver is prone to a hammering. The US dollar is rallying quite significantly. Our dollar has lost 8 cents in a couple of weeks, which is like 8%. So, I mean, the US dollar, so the fact that silver is doing what it's doing is fantastic. And there's also, you have to also understand too, I mean, a country like China, for example, 80% of their imports of silver, of their imports, not even what they use from what they produce, which is, I think they're the number one. I'm not sure, it might be for gold that they're number one, I'm not sure, but they're up there in terms of silver producers. 80%, and they still import, and 80% of those imports are used for manufacturing, industrial. So that's a lot of silver to be potentially not needed anymore in terms of industrial demand. Less CDs, less DVDs, and monitors and cheap crap from China. So that's a lot of silver to be sold off into the market, or for speculators to be selling down, because they don't see the industrial use being as important anymore moving forward over the next sort of few months at least. So silver is doing really well. I'm really happy with silver. You can't really complain. And I think the reason why it's doing so well, and why gold isn't falling on a stronger US dollar as well, like it did in the GFC, is mainly because guys like Bernanke and Geithner and all those, even Obama, have shown their hands now. They showed it during the GFC. We know what their response to these type of events are, and that is stimulus. We heard that last night when Bernanke said 0% for 2013, at least, and if they're saying that now, who knows? It's probably going to be until the US dollar is now just worth nothing. So, sorry, I don't know how this video is coming out, but it feels really scattered in my brain. My cogs aren't working, and they're not as greased as they are when I'm not as sick. But so that's it. Don't worry about silver; it'll be okay. This is really actually quite positive. One little tidbit I want to leave you with, and I haven't researched this. In fact, I've only just thought of it as I'm doing this video. Is I was talking to a friend, actually my brother-in-law, and I tried to get into silver like years ago. Wasn't interested. Probably couldn't have afforded it either. He runs his own business and really didn't have spare investment capital, but really wasn't interested at the same time in silver. I mean, I'm sure he could have found a couple of bucks just to get a couple of coins or whatever, but he just didn't want to hear about it. Anyhow, he comes to me after, I've talked about silver and gold, and I've sort of updated him throughout the years, but he said to me, "John, I want to get a gold coin." I said, "What?" I said, "I want to get a gold coin." I said, "Why?" He goes, "Do you know how gold is made?" And I said, "Well, no." He said, "Try and guess." And I said, "Well, I guess it's from sort of compression, like, the earth sort of being, thousands of years compressing in rock or whatever. I don't know how minerals form. I don't know, just compression." Like an idiot I am, pick the geologist. And he said, "No, a supernova. The only place gold is ever formed is in a supernova." So not a star like ours, our sun, but one much bigger, a supernova. When it sort of dies and implodes, the last thing it produces is gold. The last thing it does, the last chemical reaction that occurs is gold. Gold is the last thing that a star creates. So every bit of gold that we have, okay, you could sort of take the Sagan approach and we all come from stars, everything is stardust, but the last thing that a supernova does is create gold. And I find that pretty cool, pretty fascinating. I haven't researched it, I don't know. He said he saw it on some documentary, so don't take it as gospel. I'll go and check it out now. But isn't that amazing? When you're holding a gold coin in your hand, that was the last thing that a supernova did. I don't know, I find that fascinating. Just gives you a sort of an idea of how big this unit. It's not even something that's formed on Earth. Like a lot of sort of like oil and stuff is formed from fossils or whatever, things that happen on the Earth. But stars are formed, gold is formed from something that happened on a sun. And, it then breaks up or whatever and in the explosion and just gets scattered through space. And I guess that's why you find gold so close to the Earth too, a lot of it so close to the Earth. Because, it hasn't been formed from the depths of the Earth, it's come from a supernova. I'm sorry, maybe I've just bored the hell out of you, but I find that one of the most interesting factoid bits I've heard all year. There you go. Interesting factoid bit of the year. Anyhow, I am rambling on like an idiot, so I'm going to cut this short and put you out of your misery. Looking forward to the US. I'm leaving in 1.5 weeks, 21st. So yeah, stay tuned. Subscribe to Oz Stellar Concepts if you want updates and behind the scenes and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, take it easy, guys, and don't worry about silver. Don't worry about it. It's doing okay. It's doing fantastic. Talk to you soon, guys.